Well, here you can see the how much shadow's out hanging out from under the cap. It was it's 2:37. At 2:20 a few minutes ago it was a little closer to the cap. So what would have to happen to make it perfect is the bottom left corner down here would have to come up higher, and the whole thing would have to come up a little too, but it's not really worth it to change it for that little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how good it is on June 21, because right now it's what, the last day of May, 31 May. So the sun will get higher in the sky, so this actually could get better. Anyway, I thought I'd try it, and I'm satisfied that it's okay. The other thing I'm doing is I'm working on mounting these on a tracker on the side of the house, and I guess I could drag you guys over there. I know it sucks when I do that, but you know what I got tired of doing? I got tired of editing videos. I apologize for that, but I just don't have the time and the energy anymore, and it makes it really hard on me to do that sort of stuff. So what I did last night, and I had to wait until sunset, and specifically over here, is to see where the telephone pole cast its shadow, because I don't want it casting it right across a bunch of my panels. See, there's my power pole. So what I did, let's see. Okay, see those stacked rocks? And those stacked rocks? And then the ones that are out here, right there. That's where the telephone pole was. That's the line that it made at 7 o'clock last night. Now, at 7:30, the pole would have been a little farther this way. But what that does is it gives me a line from these rocks to that pole that I have to stay on this side of in order to not get a shadow cast. Now, those telephone wires, as they come in here, you can't see them on the ground. There's no shadow that late. You don't see a thing. It just gets washed out. So I was pretty happy about that. So that means from somewhere roughly where this rock is going this way, all of a sudden everything falls off a cliff into the wash. So I suppose the other option might be to set everything up out here so that when the pole goes creeping out, it just never hits the panels. But yeah, see, it gets to be downhill. Now, part of that's okay because this end of the rack of the tracker has to be lower because of the tilt of the sun. So having it go down a little bit's fine, but it falls off a cliff into the wash. So we'll see, because my property line, you see that steel pole right there? That's the corner of my property. It comes across to that steel pole. So I can't go over too far. So, and besides, the closer I get it to this pole, the less augering of the ground I have to do, digging a ditch and all that crap. As you can see, people before, and me this time, just lay it across the top of the ground, because out here the county didn't give a shit. But for all this solar, I definitely need to put it in conduit under the ground. So anyway, this is roughly marking where it can and cannot go. I think by the time the sun sets on the mountain, let's see. Okay, if you look where the mountains are, and just to the left of the box here, you see where the mountains are? That's where the sun goes down. Bloop. Now there's still, a few weeks left before we hit the solstice, so that might move, the sun might move this way a little bit more, and that'll shift the pole some. But on average, the difference between May 21st and June 21st is actually very little. If you look it up online, you'll see that the difference is so small that you might as well just set up your stuff on May 21st. But I didn't know that until yesterday. So anyway, all right, So there isn't much room here. There's the other set of rocks. So if we rotate the camera like that, I think, because I was trying to do, let's see, yeah, I'm gonna have to put in more than one rack. There's no way to put 20 panels in one line. Well, it would be 10 panels in length and 2 across. Is that right? Yeah. So that's 20 panels total. So I don't know, 10 over and 2 across. So 40 inches times 10 is 400 inches, and I forgot, that's 33 feet, I think. I think it's gonna land right in the middle of all that, and that may not be stable enough ground to put a pole in to hold, let's see, what are they, 45 times 20, so 900 pounds? Yeah, so anyway, I may have to move it up. So what I'll do, hopefully tonight, when the sun's setting like closer to 7:30, see how far the pole creeps up, and maybe I can put it out there so that the pole can never hit the panels ever. That would be really good. The other thing I need to do is at sunset, which is somewhere out here. I haven't checked that where it hits the ground and makes a shadow here. The pole obviously is not going to make a shadow, but like that bush might, stuff like that. And I got no love for that bush, so I could cut it down. Anyway, so I've got to kind of work out where to put it, where it's the most efficient. And if I move it too far this way, then I'm not going to get the sunlight from the sunset, or even an hour or two before sunset, and I can't do that. I got to make sure that I get from sunrise to sunset. In fact, if you have decent enough inverters, you can pick up sunlight before the sun rises when it's still below the horizon.